Hey everyone. So today I'm going to get into this loss to the Vikings. Uh, Honestly, now I'm not going to rage like I usually do in my other videos because it's really no need to rage because the Falcons have just been playing terribly for the last several weeks. I'm getting sick of it though, but let's just face it, the Falcons are just back to losing. They're back to mediocrity, and Kirk Cousins looks like he's washed. But before I get into that, um, I want to say the reason why I am not like totally upset is because all of my teams, besides my college, have they all have winning records and all have winning ways. The Georgia Bulldogs just won the SEC title last night, just swept Texas, and got the bye for the college football playoff, and looking to win a third national title in this decade alone. Continuing to build our dynasty. So, and I'm so proud of this team for beating Texas twice. I didn't think it was going to be possible to do that to Texas, but we did it, and that's all that matters. It was a huge challenge because we lost to Alabama and Ole Miss. So, and then on top of it, there were some teams that we played that were like really really close, like that shouldn't have been close, like against Kentucky. Kentucky sucks. We played them. We beat them by 1 point. I legit thought we were going to lose against the Gators. That game was close like the entire time, and then it was finally in the fourth quarter when we actually snapped out of it and then just scored on them twice. That game I think shouldn't have been as close as it was. Georgia Tech. That game went into freaking 8 overtimes. That game shouldn't have been close. But I will say, Georgia Tech did give us a good fight. But yeah, so we're looking to win our third title of the decade, third of the century. I can't wait to see where this team's going to go. And then of course the Atlanta Braves. They had a slump of a season this year, but like we had a lot of players hurt. Like we had Ronald Acuna was out almost the entire season. Spencer Strider was out almost the entire season. We lost Ozzy Albies at one point. We lost Austin Riley at one point. We were just banged up. So like, it didn't surprise me that we were a first round exit to the San Diego Padres. I expected we were going to lose, especially without our players. Like our key players like Ronald Acuna and Spencer Strider. But yeah, the Braves are looking to get another bounce back season. We're definitely going to be a World Series contenders. So I'm looking forward to next season for baseball. The Atlanta Hawks, they're on a 6-game winning streak, which is kind of a shocker because there were rumors that Trae Young is going to get traded, and especially that we traded DJ Murray and we drafted a new player with the first overall pick in Zachary Rizache. So like, seeing this team play really good and is on a 6-game winning streak, beat the Lakers, that's really good. Like, Hawks are playing really really good. So and I'm pretty shocked because like I didn't think we were going to be good this year, and well, surprisingly we're pretty good. And of course, a team that's not an Atlanta team or from Georgia, that's my hockey team, of course, is the Florida Panthers. They just won the Stanley Cup last season, and they're looking to repeat as champs. They're playing really well. They got all those guys. Like, they have almost the amount of players that they had on that 2023-24 roster when they won the Stanley Cup. Like, we still have the Chuck. We still have Alexander Barkov, Sam Reinhart, Sam Bennett, of course, Sergei Bobrovsky, our goalie. We have all these guys that still play with us. And so we're definitely looking to repeat as champs. And I believe it, since we have a really good coach. We have a really good organization. So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what the Panthers are going to do. Definitely want them to repeat as champs. Uh, and of course, well, then you got the Falcons, which absolutely suck. Yeah. Um, let's just face it. Kirk Cousins is washed. I mean, Terry Fontenot really just overpaid him way too much money. And I was skeptical about Kirk Cousins playing for the Falcons because, again, he's what is he, 36 years old, and we signed him on like $180 million contract and with 4 years. Meanwhile, he's not the kind of guy that would, he didn't really seem like the kind of guy that would win a Super Bowl. Like, I mean, he was a good quarterback when he played for the Vikings. But he was nothing like, of course, nothing like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, which, of course, the Jets, they really just went all in for him, and they're paying the price. And then, of course, Matthew Stafford with the Rams. I mean, Matthew Stafford was a really good quarterback with the Lions. It's just the Lions just never were able to win. But, like, so seeing Kirk Cousins go to the Falcons, really, I mean, I part of me just felt like, yeah, he can win, but is he the kind of guy that would get you to the Super Bowl? I was like, nah, he's not that kind of guy. And I feel like the whole big contract that we signed him on was just way too much. And on top of it, we drafted a quarterback in the first round of the draft. Like, what is this organization even like? Like, that was just so confusing, because why would you sign a quarterback to this huge contract, and all of a sudden in the draft you draft a rookie quarterback to back up him? Because obviously Terry Fontenot was afraid that he obviously had no confidence that Kirk Cousins was going to do wonders. But the question is, why would you sign him to a whole big-ass contract and he's not even good? And I get it. It's football, It's sports, You sign, like, when you sign players, you think they're going to be good, and then all of a sudden, they turn out to be busts. Like, that happens. I get it. But what? But then at the same time, why would you draft a rookie quarterback? Like, that already makes it like you don't even have confidence in the quarterback that you signed. So, of course, going into the season, it was kind of questionable, because I'm like, what's this team doing? What's the motive? Like, why didn't we draft like a defensive player? Like, we could have taken like a defensive end in the first pick with 8th overall. We could have traded down and got a corner, which, by the way, those are both big needs on this team as of right now. And I get that the Falcons have been sacking the quarterback lately, as you've seen in the last 2 games, but our secondary looks terrible. Like I don't even know. Like, it's just, I don't get it. And also, I'm starting to believe that Raheem Morris was definitely not a good hire. Like, I really don't think we really played it way too safe. And that's not to say that I think the Falcons should have got Bill Belichick. If I'm being honest with you, I think we brought in any head coach, we would still suck. And you Falcons fans can disagree with you other Falcon fans. Excuse me. You other Falcon fans can disagree with me. You could say, "Oh yeah, big Bill Belichick, he was going to be good. Oh, he would have got us a Super Bowl. Oh, he would have been so great. He's a football genius." No, not how it works. You can't have a washed-ass quarterback and a crappy defense with a really good head coach to win a Super Bowl. That's not how it works. And especially an organization that's not known for winning, a football organization that's not known for winning games. Period. That's the Falcons. They don't know how to win. They don't. Yeah, they won a few games here and there earlier this season, but what have they done since then? Nothing. Nothing. Fix the pass rush? Yeah, we still suck. What else? What else? What? We got really good running backs? Okay. We got good receivers? Okay, but even though we don't even use Kyle Pitts, which I don't even understand why that even is, because one thing that this team was trying to do was to utilize Kyle Pitts more, but obviously did not. So, I mean, honestly, I actually would not mind if the Falcons traded Kyle Pitts next year, because we don't even use him. Like, why do we have such a talented player and he's not even getting utilized? Like, we had Jonnu Smith last season, and look at what he's done with the Dolphins. I mean, he's really good. I mean, he just scored a touchdown in overtime against the Jets. And I get the Jets suck, but you know what? The Dolphins got that W. Jonnu Smith caught that ball. They used him. What did we do? We didn't even use Kyle Pitts. And it doesn't help when your quarterback is a washed 37-year-old quarterback that has just seen better days. He's just throwing picks. He's looking like Jameis Winston out there. You know, it just, I mean, really, just, they should just stop starting Kirk Cousins at this point. He needs to be good. He needs to be benched. I don't even care. Just bench him, see what Penix does, and go from there. I really just am disappointed in this team. I mean, I really am, of course, because obviously, you know, if you're a fan of your team, you love that team, and you just hate to see them suck. And I mean, that's really how I can sum it up with this team. So being basically, it's like, I mean, I just don't want this team losing no more. I mean, because at least I don't have to suffer seeing the Georgia Bulldogs lose all the time. I don't have to suffer watching the Braves lose all the time. I don't have to suffer watching the Hawks. Well, I mean, Hawks are kind of hit or miss. But, like, again, I'm not having to sit there and see them losing. I'm not sitting there having to see the Florida Panthers lose anymore. So, like, yeah, this team just does not know how to win. I mean, what? I mean, really, just, I don't know. This Falcons organization just makes a lot of bad decisions, if I'm being honest. And that's just the thing. They just make so much bad decisions. It's getting old. It really is. Like, I'm tired of seeing it. Something really needs to change with the Falcons. Seriously. Because, I mean, I get it. We got 3 easy games coming up. 3 of the last 4 games. Of course, we've got the Raiders, the Giants, and the Panthers. But I would generally not be shocked if we lose one of those games. I don't think we're going to lose I don't think we're going to lose those games to, like, one of those games. I don't think we're going to lose one of them. But I will say, for the way we're playing, I wouldn't be shocked if that's true. I would not be shocked if we actually did lose to the Raiders or the Giants or the Panthers, because obviously how this team is playing, like, we straight up went from leading the division looking like a playoff contender to now looking like a team that plays like the Raiders and the Giants. So, of course, I mean, yeah, like, the Falcons have just been so mixed this year. Like, they fell off such a high cliff. So, like, I mean, they went from playing like a contender, like let's say the Eagles and the Lions. Like, they went from playing like one of those teams to just playing like the Raiders or the Giants or the Panthers. Like, you know what I mean. So it's just, and I really think the big issue here is I really think it's Kirk Cousins. I really do. I personally think besides the management, besides Raheem Morris being the coach, I personally think it's on Kirk Cousins. I really do. I mean, 8 interceptions in 4 games. I mean, that's worse than Carson Beck in like a 3-game stretch. Yeah, I really just think Michael Penix needs to start. That's really all I can say about this team right now. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it, subscribe, and posting more content soon.